Shout out to Money Brown, man. Errol Spence Jr. Boy, Money Brown, he get a lot of money, that's why I call him Money Brown.
What's good, Money Brown TV? What up, what up?
Yeah. I want to give a shout out to Money Brown TV. Thank you so much for everything.
Hey, this is Ryan Garcia here. Shout out to Money Brown TV. And keep punching, baby.
Yo, what's going on at that fight? Well, this your boy Money back with another one, man. And this one right here is on 3 big dogs at the welterweight division. We got Errol the True Spence Jr., the king of the welterweight division, the WBC and IBF unified world champion. We have Terence Crawford, the 3-division world champion, the former undisputed world champion, the current WBO welterweight world champion, also the number 2 welterweight in the world. Then we have Showtime Shawn Porter, the former 2-time welterweight world champion who just took, knockout loss to Terence Crawford for the first time. Now, Errol the True Spence Jr. has came out, everyone. We said it was a hell of a fight between Bud and Shawn. They both did their thing, but he most definitely said that it wasn't the same Shawn Porter. So I want y'all to listen to what Errol the True Spence Jr. had to say, and y'all know Money B will be back with the great assessment, family.
You at the fight, Terence Crawford against Shawn Porter, man. What do you make of it? Initial reaction a week later.
It's a pretty good fight. I mean, it was entertaining. He did his thing. He definitely did his thing. Shawn definitely did his thing, too. I feel like Shawn is ain't as hungry as he used to be, contemplating retirement before the training camp and things like that. So, I feel like the vintage Shawn would have did a lot better, but, we got that Shawn.
Would you make a Bud Crawford quitting Top Rank on the spot with Bob Arum sitting right next to him?
Oh, his contract up. I mean, get your money, baby.
Final message for all the Spence fans.
I'll be back. Turn up.
As y'all can see, man, EJ said, the vintage Shawn, he felt like would have done way better, right? With Shawn Porter contemplating retirement and things of that nature. And it wasn't no hate. It was just facts, bro. Like, if you really in the boxing game and you really paying attention, bro, and you really do this game, and you saying you being fair, like you put all the bullshit to the side, no matter who you going for, no matter if you're going for ESJ, no matter if you're going for Terence Crawford, Showtime, Shawn Porter, Canelo, Tank, it doesn't matter who you're going for in this boxing game. If you know this boxing game and you know Showtime Shawn Porter and you looked at that fight and you see Shawn and you heard the words of Shawn at that post-fight conference contemplating retirement, so he got 1 foot in, 1 foot out. And we all know that people that's on their retirement leg, they just looking for their next biggest paycheck to get the fuck on up out the door. Showtime Shawn Porter was not the same Showtime Shawn Porter that fought Errol the True Spence Jr., that fought Keith One-Time Thurman, Danny Swift Garcia, or your Dennis Ugas. I'm just keeping it real, bro. I'm keeping it real. But he was still a good Shawn. He was still a good Shawn to go in there and do what he did against Terence Crawford. Some people arguably had him winning on the cards against Crawford at the time that Kenny Porter threw the towel in because he panicked. Now, this is no knock to this killer right here, Crawford, bro. Because Bud is a killer. A mean son of a gun inside that square circle. Right? But when Bud dropped Showtime Shawn Porter those 2 times, like I said, I feel like it should have continued. I feel like Kenny shouldn't threw the towel in. And we never know what Shawn could have done in them last, in that 10th round, heading on to the 11th and the 12th. Now, is Bud a hell of a finisher? I will admit, yes, the fuck he is. If he hurt you, he's going to kill you. And I was saying that in the lead up. But looking at that fight, looking at Shawn Porter, Shawn still had his wits, and to me it looked like Shawn could have survived. And yes, it is a possibility that Bud could have went out there and, knocked Shawn dick in the dirt. That's a fact. I won't take that away from Bud. I'm not going to just say, oh, man, you know what? Kenny threw the towel in, man. Shawn could have continued, man. Shawn was going to make it through the 10, make it through the 11, make it through the 12. Terence Crawford wasn't going to do nothing to him. Y'all doing this, y'all doing that. It's a possibility that he could have made it through the 10th, made it through the 11th, and made it through the 12th. Yes, it is a big possibility, a strong possibility. But it's also a strong possibility that Crawford would have went out there, Phantom Low came high, wop, wop, boom, bop, bam, and put Shawn out. But the way he was dropping Shawn, it didn't look like he would go out there and just knock him out to the point to where Shawn got to be rushed to the hospital, or Shawn's speech is going to be off, or Shawn going to have brain damage, or any fucking thing that people was trying to, project at that time, at that moment. But Kenny Porter robbed us of that. Kenny Porter robbed us of that. That's serious. That's real. He robbed us of that, bro. Straight up. But at the end of the day, that wasn't the same Shawn Porter. It wasn't. Kenny Porter mentioned it. Shawn Porter mentioned it. Errol Spence just mentioned it. Monty Brown mentioned it. Blu-ray mentioned it. A lot of other people can mention that shit. A lot of people seen that that's not the same Shawn Porter that fought these dudes, bro. But it don't take the credit away that Bud is the first man to stop him. Bud get that just due for show. For show. But we're not going to overpraise it. You know what I'm saying? As if he went out there and just fuck Showtime Shawn Porter up to the point where Shawn couldn't walk or he couldn't, stand. He stumbled back. Kenny had to throw the towel in and save him because that last punch would have just knocked him out cold, flat on his face, and this, that, and all that. Nah, man. Nah. If that was the Shawn Porter that went 110 for Errol Spence that was in the ring with Terence Crawford, if that was the Shawn Porter that fought Errol Spence that didn't leave no stone unturned, he flipped over every stone, man. That man went over and beyond. Over and beyond, man. I feel like Shawn Porter would tell you that was the best shape that he's ever been in his whole entire career, bro. The best shape that he ever been in his entire career is when he fought Errol Spence. And he still came up short 8-4. But if that was that Showtime Shawn Porter, bro, without a doubt in my mind, that card was going 12. That card was going 12. And arguably, we would have got and new. You know what I'm saying? We would have got and new. Just me. Arguably. You know what I mean? I probably would have still picked Bud to win. But Showtime Shawn Porter, looking at that fight, and if that was the Shawn that fought Earl the True Spence Jr., yeah, it would have been close. You understand? But I just want people to keep it real, man, to be G about it, bro. And then Errol Spence didn't throw no salt. He didn't hate on Bud Crawford like people always hate on Errol Spence. What'd he say? What do you think about Terence Bud Crawford leaving Top Rank on the spot? Oh, his contract is up. Get your money, baby. You feel me? He didn't go out there and say no word, weak-ass shit towards Terence Crawford. Or, about time, he been on Bob long enough. Bob did this. He lost Bob money. Or we know he's this, he that. He ain't say none of that weak shit. He just said, hey, get your money, baby. You know what I'm saying? Because when it come this way, I'm definitely going to get mine. You dig? So when I'm looking at the whole situation, how people trying to play this out, Earl just jealous of Bud, and he hating on Bud and this and that. Show me where he hated on Bud at. Any of you cats out there, the Bud fanatics, the ones that be hating on EJ for no reason. Mad at EJ because he's the number one welterweight in the world, the unified champion. He's the bigger draw. We all know that, man. We all know he's the bigger draw. Look what he did with Shawn Porter. Look what Bud did with Shawn Porter. And I don't want to hear nothing about no rap. Because y'all know EJ and that's a rap. You feel me? Y'all know EJ the bigger draw, man. Keep it true. Keep it real with yourselves, bro. Keep it true. Keep it real with yourselves, man. The Errol Spence that fought Showtime Shawn Porter was a way hungrier, tougher Showtime Shawn Porter that was a world champion. The Errol Spence that fought his Showtime Shawn Porter was a way hungrier, tougher Shawn Porter that was a world champion. The Showtime Shawn Porter that Terence Crawford fought was a Shawn Porter that was contemplating retirement, 1 foot in, 1 foot out, and was looking for a big old payday at the door, and his daddy was looking for a big old payday as well, bro. I'm just going to keep it real. Not saying he didn't go in there trying to win. He went in there and gave it his all a little bit. But at the end of the day, that Shawn want the most focused Shawn. He want the most conditioned Shawn. And his heart wasn't all the way in the game no more. His heart wasn't all the way in the game. He knew after Terence Crawford, that was it at the welterweight division. He done fought them all. Like the Pokemon, got to catch them all. Showtime Shawn Porter, he done fought them all. His bucket list is checked off. Terence Crawford is the last one, like I say. Danny Garcia, Errol Spence, Keith Thurman, Terence Crawford, your Dennis Ugas, Andre Berto, Paulo Malignaggi, Devin Alexander. You know what I'm saying? Like, his bucket list is clean, bro. He fought everybody. So, that was it for Shawn. He just went out with a shebang bang. He went out against, the number 2 welterweight in the world, a top dog in in Terence Crawford. And it wasn't a good look the way that Kenny Porter threw the towel in for him. Like, if he'd have went out on his shield and Bud would have really stopped him, then it would have been understandable. Okay, I'm done, man. That's my retirement. I'd have fought everybody, But Shawn Porter still had something in the tank in that fight, and Kenny didn't let him empty it out. He robbed us of that, bro. He didn't let him empty it out. So this is no hate to Terence Bud Crawford, man. This is just to state the facts that the Shawn Porter that Errol Spence fought was a way hungrier, tougher Shawn Porter than the Shawn Porter that fought Terence Bud Crawford. Even though he was still a good Shawn Porter, good name on Bud resume. Bud got the stoppage, things of that nature. But he knocked him down, and Shawn Porter admitted that the knockdown that Errol Spence had was way, devastating than the knockdown that Terence Bud Crawford had. So people act like we hating on that, but these dudes saying it out their own mouths, man. These dudes saying it out their own mouths, out the horse's mouth himself. Ain't that how the saying go? Oh, this from the horse's mouth himself. And people still will say, man, he don't believe that. That ain't true. This, that, and the third. Like, bro, the facts are the facts, bro. The facts are the facts. The truth don't need no support. Let's just keep it real. The facts are the facts, and the truth don't need no support. So I just say this to say this. Listen, stop saying that Terence Bud Crawford leaped Errol Spence as the number one welterweight, because that's not true. At the end of the day, Bud and Porter did 135,000 buys. At the end of the day, Bud is still the WBO welterweight world champion. Errol Spence is still a WBC and IBF unified world champion. Errol Spence's numbers are still bigger. Errol Spence has the bigger fan base. He is the bigger draw. So, it's a no-brainer, man. It's a no-brainer. But the ones that want to see EJ fail, want to see him at the bottom, want to talk all this and talk all that about him, they really want to say, oh, Bud is over EJ. Oh, look at Ring Magazine. Look at this. Look at that. Come on, man. We all know the facts over here, man. We all know the facts over here. And we're not going off no Mayweather theories, because all Mayweather want is for Bud Crawford to sign with him so he can make some money off of Bud, and then he go kick Bud ass right back off of Mayweather Promotions. Period. So if y'all don't know the game, I need to wake up and learn. At the end of the day, man, Errol Spence is the top shot at the welterweight division. If Terence Bud Crawford want that recognition, then he's going to have to step up to the plate and fight Errol Spence and take that 40% and get it on. If you feel like you can beat him, it shouldn't be no problem signing a contract. It shouldn't be no problem with you taking the 40% that you really deserve, and Errol Spence really deserve 60%, if not more. You know what I'm saying? Just my opinion. But at the end of the day, 60-40 is fair. Let's get that contract signed. Let's get it, ready for next year around the summertime or fall. And let's see who is the big dog at the welterweight division. Because the majority of the people got Errol the True Spence Jr. because they know he is. The ones that's Bud fanatics, those the people that's hating and pissed off. And I don't know why. So, shouts out to Shawn Porter. Good luck in your second half of your career. Thank you for all the memories. Shouts out to Terence Bud Crawford. Keep doing your thing. Sign that contract. Take the 60-40. And most definitely, shouts out to ESJ, the king of the welterweight division. Get back in there, dog. February, March. Go put down a spectacular performance and let the people know why you the king. Until then, it's your boy Money. It's the NSBC moving and nobody's safe in these streets. Hit them thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel if you want to donate. OG Money on Cash App. TreyHonda52@gmail.com on PayPal. If not, just tell a friend. Hit the subscribe button. Like, comment, share the videos. And y'all know how your boy get down, man. Big dog status, family.